Listen to my story. I think a lot of us don't actually enjoy video games anymore. Not because games got worse, but because the way that we play them has changed. I'm going to lay down 3 little scenarios here, and I want you to tell me which one sounds the most enjoyable. She was a girl, he was a boy. And I make it any more obvious. Oh, wait, no, hold on, wrong script. That's a song I've been working on. Here it is, here's the right one. Imagine, if you will, that you were a kid at one point. You went to school, maybe you had some extracurricular activities like sports or Boy Scouts or something afterwards, but your days were spent sitting in a chair at a desk listening to a teacher drone on about the medulla oblongata, and then your afternoons were spent getting your energy out by playing basketball or tying knots or whatever it is you do. You would arrive home eventually, eat dinner that your parents made you, you'd do your homework, and then finally you would sit down in front of a boat anchor of a tube TV and you would press that power button. Depending on the year you were born, you probably heard something like this. For a few hours, you would cease to exist. All of that knowledge about the medulla oblongata melts away. You forget about the tying knots merit badge that you just earned, and you get to immerse yourself in someone else's story. Perhaps tonight you're a plumber trying to save a princess, maybe a spiky-haired kid traveling through time to save the world. Or hey, maybe you're a skater boy trying to make it pro so you can say "see you later, boy." Then your parents would tell you to go to sleep and the cycle would repeat. But those few hours that you got to escape from reality were magical. It doesn't matter if it was a game that would eventually be heralded as a masterpiece or some piece of dogshit shovelware game, you enjoyed every moment that your little peepers were glued to that screen. Let's fast forward a bit to your teen years. You still attend school and you hear a teacher drone on about the mitochondria being the powerhouse of the cell, and now you have more responsibilities and things to do after school than before. You might go to rehearsal for a play that you're in, or you might go shower with a bunch of naked dudes after football practice. It's your life. It's Friday night, so you're going to a friend's house after school and practice are over. You awkwardly eat dinner with his parents, and then you go up to his room. He clicks on his Xbox, throws you a controller, and you hop on Halo 2. You see that your boys are also on, and everybody cheers when you join, and you guys play rounds of big team battle until your eyes bleed, all while drinking ice-cold Code Red Mountain Dews and eating about 5 pounds of peach gummy rings each. It's not you experiencing someone else's story like when you were younger, but one day you will look back on these nights as some of the fondest of your life. And now you find yourself in present-day 2026. You spend your day at work, doing whatever mundane bullshit you have found you are good enough at to pay your bills. You come home, you're tired and hungry, you do your chores, you take the dog out, you clean the litter boxes, you vacuum, you cook dinner for yourself, you eat, you do the dishes from that dinner, you take the dog out again, and you finally turn on your PC to unwind after a long day. Discord pops up, you see some friends are on playing something together. Steam appears and displays a few hundred games that are just staring at you. You look at the clock, it's 8 o'clock now, you have to be at work in 12 hours. You gotta sleep for at least 8, so realistically you have 1, maybe 2 hours that you can fit into game before you need to wind down to get to sleep. You really want to continue Yakuza Like a Dragon, but right as you go to click play on Steam, a Discord call comes through. Your boys are playing Fortnite and they need a 4th. You do remember that you purchased the Battle Pass this season, and to justify that purchase, you do need to level up a few more times to make it worthwhile, so you agree. You play some matches. You guys are in Diamond, so it's a bit sweaty, but it's fun. You level up a few times and you realize it's 11 o'clock, and you go, "Oh, sorry guys, I gotta make this my last one for tonight." You log off and go to bed, feeling somewhat disappointed. You didn't get to continue the game you actually wanted to play, you instead played the game that needed you to play it. Tomorrow, you're probably going to do the same thing. Now tell me, which of these 3 situations sounds the most enjoyable? I don't know if you guys know this, but just in case you didn't know,
I am a gamer.
I've always been a gamer for as long as I can remember, literally since I was old enough to hold a controller. My parents used to always brag about me being able to beat Super Mario Bros. 3 when I was 3 years old. Like, this shit is so ingrained in my life as what I do that I can't imagine myself not gaming. It's just what you do in your free time, man. It's the millennial equivalent of boomers coming home and just melting away into Fox News every night until they pass out on the couch. Like, it's just how we unwind. But lately, I don't know. I've been at this strange impasse, wondering if I even enjoy gaming anymore. Like, I still do it almost every night, don't get me wrong, but am I enjoying myself or am I just passing the time? I've been thinking a lot about the 3 scenarios from the intro. The childlike wonder and amazement version of gaming, the teenage, this new technology allowing me to play with friends without being in the same room version of gaming.
So, these people, they can hear me in real time.
We can hear you, fool.
And then I have adult money, which allows me to have a library of over 1,000 games, yet I mostly play some shitty free-to-play games with friends because that's what my friends are doing, and I'm an adult, so making new friends is near impossible, and I need to maintain my relationships with my existing friends as much as possible, and if that means, giving up some me time a few nights a week to stay relevant in their lives, then so be it, version of gaming. And I think that anxiety-riddled description of the current day gaming kinda hits the nail on the head, huh? Gaming used to be what we did for pleasure. Like, multiplayer games existed, couch co-op and whatnot, but most of my childhood was spent either playing single-player games alone for hours, playing single-player games and trading off with my siblings every some odd minutes to take turns, or just watching my older brother play single-player games by himself. It could be social in that aspect, though. Like, we still got to experience these old RPGs together, whether I was playing or not, but at its core, gaming was generally a solo experience. With the advent of online multiplayer, namely Xbox Live, it started becoming more of a social creature in general. Gaming started to become a shared experience. It was no longer me alone in a bedroom being whisked away to Hyrule to experience a story built around saving the princess and stopping Ganon. It was me hanging out with friends and creating our own experiences and stories. Usually ones framed around shooting other armored dudes and slapping your balls on the face of their corpses. Time crawled on, and those moments of this is me experiencing a story started to dwindle more and more, replaced instead with always playing whatever games my friends are playing, whether it's what I want to be doing or not. We don't game for us anymore, we game as a collective. Now, that's not to say that this is inherently a bad thing. I mean, humans are social creatures, we're just Sims in this life, so why not increase your social moodle at the same time as your fun moodle? But I miss enjoying gaming for me. I miss a time when sitting down to wind down from a long day at school or work was just fun. Not grinding a battle pass, not trying to level up enough to prestige, not trying to get my competitive rank up, like just melting into a game, letting the world around me dissolve and being present in someone else's story. Or at least, I did miss it. I ain't here to bitch about emotions lost to time. I'm offering you a solution. One that seems so obvious, yet has eluded me for years. Those emotions don't have to be gone forever.
No, I'm taking it back.
If you've been following this channel since the beginning, you might have noticed that I was uploading videos pretty consistently every few weeks. Then at the end of last year, 2025, that stopped. The channel has sat dormant for a few months. That wasn't an accident. I got really sick. Went to the ER twice and was bedridden for 3 weeks sick. Long story short, I caught COVID at the end of December and it persisted for over a month and it eventually just, turned into something horrible. I legitimately thought I was gonna die for a few days. I couldn't sit at my PC, I couldn't stand, I could barely eat. All I could do was lay in bed. And not to make this an advertisement, but if Anbernick wants to send me some free shit, hit my DMs and hook it up because this stupid little handheld saved me. It's all I could do. I just laid in bed feeling the worst I have ever felt in my life, and I just melted away into retro games of my past. No other distractions, no other obligations, no chores, no work, just old games. And it was fantastic. Aside from the cabin fever, the bed sores, and feelings of death looming overhead, it was magical. Being unplugged from the world, no Discord, no Steam, no battle passes, no comp matches, no microtransactions, no 30 gig updates, no server maintenance, no early access, no bullshit, it was almost blissful. I was just literally AFK for about 3 weeks, and it reignited my flame for gaming. I started and beat 10 games in 3 weeks. Zelda 1, Ninja Gaiden for the NES, Link to the Past, ActRaiser, Castlevania Dracula X, Chrono Trigger, Soul Blazer, Illusion of Time, Terranigma, and Fire Emblem The Sacred Stones. Guys, it seems so obvious, right? Like, play games from start to finish and you'll enjoy them. Like, duh, right? And I do that here and there, but it's different. New games are really long. I played through Final Fantasy 16 last year, and I loved every second of it, but it was a marathon. It took me 110 hours. I played through The Witcher 3 last year, and I absolutely fucking adored it, every aspect of it. But when I finished the main story, finished Hearts of Stone, and started Blood and Wine, like, dude, I won't lie, I saw that huge new map, and I went, nah, I'm good. I'll pick this up later and play through that at another time. Like, this was after 171 hours of immersing myself in that beautiful world. Like, I loved it, but I was mentally fatigued. Single-player games are way larger in scale now, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing. They are generally gorgeous, they have phenomenal stories, and they raise the bar every year, but there's just a certain charm that comes with older games that I feel like is gone. I'm going to illustrate this here, right? Look at this is Chrono Trigger. This is a straight line going from the title screen to the end credits. There are a few little branches coming off, you know, like going back in time to open the magically sealed chests or going to get the rainbow or whatever, but those side quests are all pretty insignificant and quick. The game is generally just you powering through to the next story beat. Here's The Witcher 3. This is not a straight line. It can be a straight line, you can play it that way, but if you do, you're going to miss out on like most of the game. You've got to do the Witcher contracts, that's a branch here. You've got to play Gwent, it's really fun, that's a branch here. You got to go find the Witcher gear schematics, they all look dope and they're going to be better armor than what you're going to just find on bodies, so that's a branch. And then, you know, you got to get the stuff to craft those armor pieces, that's a branch off of that branch. You got to do all of the stuff that deviates from beating the game, yet adds hours and hours and hours of content. Again, this isn't a bad thing. I enjoy doing all of these things, but games used to just follow less complex paths. Old games, more specifically old RPGs, they're like books. You open it to page 1, and every moment spent playing is you flipping pages. You're just working your way to the end of the story. There's no dull moments of Chrono chopping wood or picking flowers that are literally right outside of this guy's house and would take him like 30 seconds to walk over there and do it himself, but yeah, he can't be bothered. He'd rather just pay a random wandering adventurer 20 gold per flower.
Which ones do you think we should pick?
Any of them.
Oh, don't be like that. I know you have an eye for this kind of thing.
No, you just follow the path and you see the next story beat. You finish, you close the cover, you put the book down, and you go, damn, that was a good story. Like, I want more, but I'm glad I got to experience that. Modern RPGs are like choose-your-own-adventure stories that are the size of this one-piece abomination. It's like, all right, here you go, here's page 1. It's probably going to be explained to you in a long opening cutscene that sets the stage. Other than that, have fun. You know, we're going to tell you how to get to page 2. It's always there waiting for you, but, you know, you're probably better off exploring the other pages in between, you know? You should probably be level 5 before you go to page 2, so, you know, maybe go do some side stuff first. Again, it's not always a bad thing, and it helps build immersion when you get to put yourself in the shoes of this Dragonborn or Cyberpunk or whatever, but it is different. I don't know. The whole point is that it's kind of liberating breaking away from modern gaming for a bit. I still love modern games, but unplugging seems to be something that we all need to do every now and then. Taking a step back and actually playing through some games, start to finish, and not experiencing fatigue or burnout was incredible. Being able to pick up a game, immerse myself in its story and atmosphere, then just be done with it all within a few days felt so damn good. Link to the Past took 12 hours to 100%. Soul Blazer took like 9.5, and I've never played it before. I don't know, dude, there's just something cathartic about starting and finishing a good game within a day or two. I guess I just missed games being fun little stories instead of full-time jobs. After recovering from that gauntlet of being sick for a month straight, I turned on my PC for the first time in a month, and as always, Steam popped up and just stared at me. Those familiar folders looming overhead, in progress, need to play, like, dude, what was I even playing before I got sick? I stared at this collection of games and just felt overwhelmed. So many games half finished, so many purchases that were unnecessary because realistically, I'm not going to play that game anytime soon, but it was on sale for a good price, so I had to pick it up. I instead turned my PC off, picked up my handheld, and spent another few weeks just vibing on the couch with more old games. I'm back to my PC now. I just finished South Park Fractured Butthole, and I started Resident Evil 7 and The Village.
The Village? So I'm like, what the fuck is that? It sounds crazy. And indeed it was.
I can't live in the past forever, but now I feel like I've unlocked a cheat code. The next time I'm burnt out on gaming, I know that Anbernick's just sitting there waiting for me. So if you relate to any of this and you feel like you've lost your gaming flame, just follow that advice, man. Like, turn Discord and Steam's auto launch off. Nobody needs to know you're online for a few weeks. Don't play any live service games. Don't play any MMOs. Just enjoy an old RPG. Play through an old PS2 game that you loved as a kid. Like, try some of those strange Super Nintendo games that you've heard about a million times but you haven't checked out yet, like Earthbound or Terranigma. Do this for a few weeks, and I guarantee you'll be a happier person than you were stuck in the constant grind of modern gaming. With that, that's all I've got for this one. Thanks for sticking to the end, and I'll see you next time.